Who do you turn to when you need encouragement? Welcome back to the Quit Drinking Alcohol podcast. I'm Dylan Reed, and I am so glad that you're here. In our last episode, we talked about building a strong support system for sobriety, one of the most important tools for staying on track. Today, we're focusing on something that's just as crucial, creating a positive, sober routine. When we leave alcohol behind, we're not just letting go of something, we're making space for new habits, new priorities, and a new way of living. Developing a daily routine that supports your goals can give you the structure and stability you need to thrive in sobriety. It's about creating a life that feels full, purposeful, and manageable. In this episode, we'll talk about why routines are so important, how to build one that works for you, and practical tips for sticking with it. Let's dive in and start building the foundation for a stronger, more focused life. When I first stopped drinking, I quickly realized how much of my routine had revolved around alcohol. Whether it was a beer or two after work or drinks with friends on the weekends, alcohol had become a part of my daily and weekly rhythm. Without it, there were these big, empty spaces in my day, and at first, that felt daunting. But over time, I realized those spaces were an opportunity, a chance to create new habits that actually helped me feel better, healthier, and more in control. I started small, focusing on simple things like having a consistent bedtime, taking a walk in the morning, or setting aside time to journal. Each of these little changes added up, and before I knew it, I had a routine that didn't just help me stay sober, it made my life feel more balanced and fulfilling. I'm sharing this because I know how overwhelming it can feel to rebuild your routine, but I also know how rewarding it can be. Every time you create a habit that aligns with your goals, you're taking another step toward building a life that feels meaningful and sustainable. So let's talk about why routines are so powerful and how you can start building one that works for you. So why are routines so powerful, especially when it comes to sobriety? The truth is, routines do more than just fill your day. They create a sense of structure and stability that helps you feel grounded. When you know what to expect from your day, it's easier to stay focused on your goals and avoid situations that might lead to temptation or stress. One of the biggest benefits of a routine is that it helps replace old habits with new, healthier ones. If you used to spend your evenings drinking, creating a routine that involves activities like exercise, cooking, or journaling can help you fill that time in a way that supports your sobriety. Over time, these new habits become second nature, making it easier to stay on track. Another key benefit is that routines reduce decision fatigue. When you're navigating sobriety, there are a lot of decisions to make, especially early on. Having a routine takes some of the guesswork out of your day, so you're not constantly deciding what to do next. This frees up mental energy for focusing on what really matters. And finally, routines build momentum. When you stick to a positive habit, like starting your day with a morning walk or ending it with a gratitude journal, you're creating a chain of small wins. These wins add up, boosting your confidence and showing you that change is not only possible, but sustainable. Routines give your days purpose and rhythm, which is especially important when you're navigating big changes like quitting alcohol. The good news is you don't have to create the perfect routine overnight. It's something you can build step by step. Now that we've talked about why routines are so powerful, let's get into how to actually create one. Building a sober routine doesn't have to be complicated, and it's something you can shape to fit your own needs and lifestyle. Here are a few steps to help you get started. The first step is to identify your priorities. What do you want your days to focus on? Maybe it's improving your physical health, finding time for self-care, or reconnecting with loved ones. Knowing your priorities will help you design a routine that aligns with your goals and values. Your mornings set the tone for the rest of the day, so creating a positive morning ritual can be incredibly grounding. This could be something as simple as stretching, taking a walk, or writing down a few things you're grateful for. Starting the day on the right foot helps you feel more focused and intentional. It's also important to think about the times of the day when you used to drink or feel most vulnerable to cravings. These are your trigger times, and planning activities to fill those moments can make a big difference. For example, if evenings are tough, you could plan to cook a healthy dinner, watch a favorite show, or take up a new hobby. Remember that physical activity and mindfulness practices are two powerful tools for maintaining balance and reducing stress. Whether it's yoga, walking, deep breathing, or hitting the gym, including these in your routine can help you stay grounded and in tune with your body and mind. Finally, remember that routines aren't set in stone. Life happens, and it's okay to adjust your routine as needed. The key is to stay consistent with the habits that support your sobriety while being kind to yourself if things don't go perfectly. By taking these steps, you can create a routine that not only supports your sobriety, but also helps you build a life that feels intentional and fulfilling. As we wrap up today's discussion on routines, I'd like to encourage you to take some time for self reflection. Building a sober routine starts with understanding what you want and need from your daily life. Here's a question to consider: what does my ideal day look like? And how can I create habits that bring me closer to that vision? Take some time to think about what activities make you feel grounded, energized, or fulfilled. You might even try writing down a rough outline of your ideal day to see where you can start making changes. If you're not sure where to start, that's okay. Focus on one small habit that feels manageable and build from there. Remember, routines are built step by step, and every positive change you make is a step toward creating a life that truly supports you. Reflection is a powerful tool for growth. The more you understand your needs and priorities, the easier it becomes to create a routine that aligns with your goals and values. That's it for today's episode. We've explored the power of routines, steps to create a positive, sober daily structure, and how to align your habits with your goals. Remember, routines aren't about perfection. They're about building consistency and creating a life that supports your sobriety and well-being. If this episode resonated with you, take a few moments to reflect on what habits you'd like to build or adjust in your daily routine. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit from it. Helping others discover tools for sobriety is one of the best ways to spread encouragement and support. Thank you for joining me today. In our next episode, we'll be talking about stress and drinking, exploring how stress affects our relationship with alcohol, and sharing practical tips for managing stress in healthier ways. I hope to see you there.